That's Texas. Governor Ron DeSantis is using the border town. There's a huge influx of migrants there as a backdrop to unveil his first major policy of his presidential campaign.
I look at the issue of the border, and there's some people in the media, some people on certain political persuasions that just dismiss it as kind of a Texas problem or an Arizona problem. But I'm here to tell you, when you don't have control of your own border, that's an American problem.
All right, Chris, can you hit Donald Trump from the right on his strengths?
Yeah, well, on immigration you can, because of the dissatisfaction that many on the right have, that the Trump administration concluded and did not resolve the question to more people's satisfaction. The other significance here is you can hit Donald Trump in Texas. So Texas is the second biggest state. It holds its nominating contest on Super Tuesday, both California and Texas. The battle for Texas's delegates is the central. Georgia and Texas have emerged as the central battlegrounds for the Republican nomination. DeSantis is leaning way, way in. He's had some friction with other folks in Texas before. Now is if I were Ron DeSantis, I would say, I got to have a showing in New Hampshire a little bit. I need to win Iowa maybe, but Texas is where I'd be shoving a lot of chips. So this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, if I may, these aren't any new ideas. He's going to have the same challenges that Donald Trump had with the courts and with those filing lawsuits against him. This idea that building a wall blocks immigration makes no sense. Immigration is still coming. They only got up about a third of that wall, if you will. And then holding them in Mexico doesn't solve anything. You don't want to hold them in the U.S., so you hold them in camps right outside the U.S. That's not really a winning strategy either, because it doesn't get to what we need, a comprehensive immigration strategy and not a political thought process on it from both sides.
Yeah, comprehensive immigration reform. George W. Bush before that.
Marco Rubio. Those in the cartoons, those dried cattle skulls sitting by the side of the trail. Those are the politicians who have tried to do it. But you're exactly right. It's what voters want.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
It's what voters do want, but what our political system is unwilling to give them for the perverse incentives of duopolies and a whole bunch of other reasons.
The problem for me, so I'm somebody who I worked on immigration in the Trump White House, and it was not a lack of desire from President Trump that prevented any amount of success there. It was some of the requests were not exactly spot on. I think we actually do need legislation. We had 2 years where we had all three branches and never passed anything. And I look at what DeSantis is proposing, and it's just Trump again. And I just thought that he was a little bit swampy enough to know how to navigate the swamp. And instead it's build the wall, end birthright citizenship. Well, check the 14th Amendment. That's going to be a really difficult push. Yeah. Remain in Mexico. That requires Mexico's cooperation. And stay in detention while awaiting your claims. Well, how are you going to do that when you have...
Impossible.
If you can't. It's legally impossible. That is why family separations ended up happening, is because legally you couldn't keep people detained together.
Okay, May, but how about this? How come Democrats and Republicans can't figure out DACA, pass DACA, and put that issue to bed?
That will never. Why can't they?
If you're born in the U.S., and regardless of the status of your parents, why can't the kids stay here? They get driver's licenses.
If you're born in the U.S., you do stay here.
Okay.
Right.
Well, these are people who came. DACA's people who came here.
But they were brought as minors.
They were brought in. Okay.
Because you can't,
either way, it shouldn't be that complicated for Democrats and Republicans.
The incentivization is too great, right? If all you have to do is come over and then your kid gets citizenship, you will just incentivize endless amounts of immigration.
You have just, Counselor, just captured the fraught nature of immigration in the Republican primary, which is, and this is how Herman Cain did it once before, this is how, and had some success, this is how Donald Trump ultimately won. Say the craziest, hardest line, most outrageous thing that you can possibly say, and then dare everybody else, right? So you say swampy enough, how come he couldn't come up with a more cunning answer to this? The answer is somebody else is going to go down to the border and say, I will bomb Mexico, right? Somebody will come down and say, we'll send armed, it'll be Pancho Villa all over again, and then DeSantis will have to answer to that.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.